So let's start with the first trade on Tesla, and then we'll kind of move into the analysis of where I think tomorrow is going to go. And we're actually going to talk about my mess up on Tesla and where even myself, who I've been doing this for 8 years, I made such a simple, stupid mistake, but I'm hoping that you guys can learn from it. So looking at Tesla right now, you guys can see on the 1 hour that we have this descending wedge that we've been going over for a bit. Now this morning, you can see that I posted here at 11:40. Well, that's actually when I closed out my position. So you can see that our Tesla bot came in initially at a buy and then ripped through for a sell. So I took a position on Tesla once that sell trigger hit. And I said Tesla 1 hour wedge is still breaking out, but we finally broken the 5 SMA where we're looking for a potential reversal to the downside and a fade. Took a smaller position, risking less than 1% of my account. Trailing loss is basically $155, and the stop loss is $164. I meant to say take profit, not TL. So I entered that position, and then 1 hour later, we saw this big fade right here. And once we had this drop, I thought to myself, I'm going to take profits. Now, I could have held in hopes that we continued to move our way down to like 155. The reason I took profits is because we are so far from this 5 SMA that I knew a chance of us pushing back up to this potential 5 SMA again and then rejecting was pretty high. So my plan was to sell and then look for a re-entry back up at the 5 SMA. So I ended up entering my position. We saw that pull back, got my puts, closed them out for $712 position or $712 profit. Then 2 hours later, our Tesla bot hit a fire again for a buy, in which I entered a position again up around here, around like this level. And you can see, I'll actually go over. This is where those positions were firing. So we initially had this entry here. I entered somewhere around 130. We pulled back, closed under resistance. So I ended up stopping out once again for a loss. That's where the small loss came through here. And that was for $125, which I don't care. We know with this strategy, we're only winning 50-50 and we're still getting a crazy return. So at the end of the day, I don't really give a shit that if it's inaccurate. Our RVR is so good that it's worth it. Now, this is where I messed up. Going into the end of the day, we had this sell. This is where I took my loss at 2:30 or 3:30. I'm sorry. So at 3:30, I took the loss for $112 and I switched to puts because I'm just following the bot. Even though I'm watching this with my eyes, I think with my eyes, we're going to push up to 170. I've been saying that for a couple of days. But sharing the bot with you guys, I have to follow it. I have to put my money where my mouth is. Even if I think that, okay, we're probably going to move up, like I have to put my money where my mouth is. That's why all the numbers that we look at for potential returns and what returns would have been don't mean shit if you're not going to follow it to a T. So we had a sell signal. I entered puts. And then at 4 o'clock, we closed the 4 o'clock candle. Me not realizing this because I've just been paper trading this strategy on a bot, just running it back like over the past couple of weeks. Not even realizing that at 4 o'clock, if I have a put, I can't close it. I'm like, shit, dude, I totally forgot. If I had shares or something, it'd be fine. I was going to short shares, but since I'm sharing this publicly with you guys, I was like, not everybody knows how to short shares, so I'll just go with puts. So now I'm in puts. We got a call or a buy on Tesla again. And you can see that we have this bit of a bull flag setting up, and it looks like Tesla's probably going to push up to 165 and back up to 166. So at the end of the day, I'm probably going to lose some money on those. But if we go to the 4 hour, it's still a sell. You would have exited today. And this is where the 4 hour would be looking to take its profit. So you would have entered around here, and then we would have taken our profit today and entered a put position. So it's still bearish on the 4 hour, but we'll see what ends up happening. What we're looking for tomorrow is a push back up over like 162. If we hold over 162, you can see on the 4 hour, we're still bearish, still a sell. This is our resistance level we're unable to get over. If we push up over this level, that's where I'll be looking to set my stop loss tomorrow, somewhere around like 163.36. And my take profit is going to be somewhere down around like 156, which is going to give me a 3-to-1 RVR. Now, like I said, looking at my eyes with the 1 hour, it looks like we're going to probably push back up. The bigger time frames, the 4 hours and the daily, like we've been saying, I've been waiting to see if we can get the push to 170 so I can open up my hedge again and get some puts. But as of right now, 162 is going to be a very important level tomorrow for the bulls to push up over and hold. And if we hold under that, we might start to see our move back down. Now, triple Qs is another one that we have just been pushing our way up. And every single time that we continue to look like we're going to gas out, we bounce off the 5 SMA and move our way back up, sometimes closing under it, but then pushing right back up. Now, something I want you to note is going to be this divergence that's forming. So I hit SQQQ a couple of times today. If you guys are part of my premium group, if you want to get access to all my trades, the link is in the description. If you're part of the premium group today, you know that we were entering SQQQ and we got stopped out a couple of times because I was waiting for this potential ascending wedge to break. So as we're making these higher highs, each and every single move up, you can see our RSI is not making higher highs. It's actually making lower highs, which is a sign not of an instant reversal, but that this upward momentum that we're seeing is beginning to weak. What you want to see is, as the stock's going up and making higher highs, you want to see the RSI continue up with it. So we got a sell signal from our bot going into close and on QQQ. So I did end up entering some SQQQ, and I'm looking to see if we hold under 322.50 tomorrow. I think we can start to see the market trend its way back down to 315.60, potentially fill the gap down to 312. Now we're over this range here that we were initially talking about of 319, 320, but that old resistance is probably going to act as a new support.